Sadar Jai Jinendra, express my gratitude Vandana to Panch Parameshti, express and convey my deepest faith towards Dev, Guru and Dharma, express my regards and Vandana to great personality Ganadipati Acharya Shri Tulsi, great philosopher Acharya Shri Mahapragya Ji, great ascetic Acharya Shri Mahashraman Ji and all monks, sadhu and sadhvis. In this series of sessions, we will try to study and understand the basic and advanced meaning, purpose and process of science of living, Jivan Vigyan and Preksha meditation, Preksha Dhyan in detail. Before we start our session, we express our gratitude towards Acharya Shri Tulsi, Acharya Shri Mahapragya Ji to explore and produce before mankind such a comprehensive subject, science of living and conglomerative process of Preksha meditation, and at present Acharya Shri Mahashraman Ji and his monks are spreading it for the benefit of human being worldwide. Human being is always curious to know about the nature around him, so several subjects such as physics, biology, natural science, social science, political science, economic, etc. are developed. These branches of knowledge are not helping to make people emotionally strong, hence attention is drawn towards the deteriorating eternal values and principle of life. And with the vision and virtuous efforts of Acharya Shri Tulsi and Acharya Shri Mahapragya Ji, a special branch of theoretical as well as practical branch of knowledge with the name of science of living came into picture, and now it is accepted worldwide due to its benefits to make people emotionally fit and strong. So each and every section of society afflicted with the problem of deteriorating of the eternal values of the life. What is eternal values? Eternal values are non-violence, forbearance, truth, non-attachment, peace, compassion, etc. etc. In today's world, for every aspect of life, there are specialized institutions. For every branch of study, there are a specialized institution. For example, for chartered accountancy, there is a ICAI. For MBBS, also there are specific institutions. There are its code of conduct. There are its code of conduct of their students, their members, which should be observed by its member, but these institutions do not have any special program to enhance of eternal values of life. As a result, today we are producing intellectual people with emotionally unhealthy, which is not good for the development of any society. So what should be the solution? What will be the solution? Then Acharya Shri Tulsi and Acharya Shri Mahapragya Ji contemplates on it, and origin of science of living is the result of this contemplation to develop complete personality which is intellectual as well as emotionally strong. Now science of living. What is science of living? On which rules it is based? Science of living is search of the rules of life. These rules are: first rule is rules which refine, purifies, uncover the knowledge, emotional and action phase of the life. Second rule is rule to establish balance between intellectual and spiritual development. And third one is rule to awaken wisdom to refine and purify conscious and subconscious mind. Now, it is important to understand the nature of science of living. Science of living is both categorical and normative science. It is both. In science of living, it studies that what is Preksha meditation and what it can do, what is life and what it should be, and it also deals with values of life. Therefore, science of living is both categorical and normative science. Science of living is pure and behavioral science. The knowledge of science of living and Preksha meditation is used in various fields, for example, management, education, medical field, political areas, etc., for solving emotional problems. Hence, it is behavioral science. It is pure science also, as it studies the theoretical background of values of life and their mutual relationship. Science of living is abstract and concrete science. It studies various processes of Preksha Dhyan and yoga, and it can be studied by scientific equipments. Hence, it is concrete. On the other hand, it studies both concrete and abstract element of life. For example, body, sense organs, soul, mind, bhav, consciousness, etc., etc. Among them, some are abstract and some are concrete. Therefore, science of living is both abstract and concrete science. Science of living is logical and empirical science. It is both, as with the help of logic and experience, the process of Preksha meditation can be explained. And it is purely based on logic and experience only. Hence, it is both logical and empirical science. The eternal essence of Indian philosophy is that first to acquire knowledge, then to move towards the good conduct. Padmam Nanam Ta'odaya. What is the essence of knowledge? The essence of knowledge is good conduct. There are so many things about our body and life which are not known to us, and science of living is an important literature and practice to know these unknown things. Science of living is a search for the rule of life by which we can identify our inherent capabilities and live a balanced and healthy life. There are 7 elements of life, which is the base of science of living. Now, we will understand what are these elements of life. What are these 7 elements of life? If these 7 are trained properly, they could be cause of our development, else become obstacles. They could be cause of our development, our emotional development. Therefore, to train them in science of living, experiment of practice of Preksha meditation are done on all these 7 elements. These are body, breathe, vital energy, mind, aura, karma and psyche. First is body. Today medical science understands the body from the medical point of view, which is just a tip of the iceberg. Medical science reveal about body that there is 2 systems which are interconnected. One is nervous system and another is endocrine system. But how to activate and develop them for personality transformation is the effort of science of living. There are many psychic centers in our body where consciousness is more. So what are these centers and exercise to activate them? The answer is with the process of Preksha meditation. If one wants to develop intuition power, should concentrate on center of intuition, that is darshan kendra. If one wishes to free from addiction, should meditate on center of vigilance, that is apramat kendra. So after understand the structure of body and understand the location of center of emotional transformation, psychic centers, one can perform exercise for emotional transformation by which concentration power increases and strengthen the emotional health. So we should have little knowledge about our body, about the system of the body. There are many systems of the body, that is our integumentary system, that is skin and its associated organs, that is hairs, nails, sweets, etc., etc. Skeleton system, all bones, cartilage and joints. Muscular system, skeleton and other muscles. Nervous system, that is brain, spinal cord and nervous system. Endocrine system, ductless gland which secretes hormones. Another system is cardiovascular system, that is heart, blood vessels, arteries and veins. Next system is lymphatic system, that is lymph vessels, lymph fluid, lymph tissues. Another system is respiratory system, that is lungs, nose, stretches. Digestive system, that includes alimentary tract, mouth cavity, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus, saliva glands, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, etc. Excretory system includes kidney, urine bladder, urinary tract, and reproductive system includes in male testis, epidermis, and reproductive system. All these put together construct the human body to make human physical, mentally and emotionally balanced. These systems should be trained. And what will be the way of training? That is asana, pranayam, relaxation, means kayotsarg, body preksha, anupreksha, auto suggestion and resolution, contemplation, anupreksha. Before understand the practical thing, we should understand the theory, the philosophy of science of living and Priksha meditation. And here we will try to understand our brain. There are two parts of our brain, that is left hemisphere and right hemisphere. Left is related to our materialistic world and right is related to our spiritual world. Left part of our brain is related to logics, arithmetic, calculation, computation, logics, and right side of the brain is related to spiritual world, imaginationary world, visualization and creativity. So in science of living, one should try, or we can say कि in science of living it is given importance to develop our right brain, because in academics, in school and college, our analytical mind, our left brain is activated but our right brain is not activated, so our growth is not balanced. So nowadays we are emotionally weak. So develop our emotions or develop our emotional health with the help of science of living. One can develop his right side of brain, and that is called complete personality, development of complete human being. Another element is breathe. The second important element of science of living is breathe. There are two parts of brain, the right and the left hemisphere. Breathe from right nostril, activate left hemisphere, and breathe from the left nostril, activate right hemisphere. To balance the nervous system and emotional transformation, there are numerous exercises of breathe and specified in Priksha meditation. For example, alternate breathing, deep and long breathing, Dirgha Swas Priksha, Anulom Vilom. That is right, in deep breathing, right part of the brain is for spiritual and left part of the brain is towards materialistic life, vital energy. Next element is vital energy or pran. The process of circulation of vital energy is very important today. Medical science is well known. The process of blood circulation, vital energy is very subtle and cannot be perceived with any material instrument. So it is not known by science, which is based on material equipment. Health means balance of vital energy. Sometimes we don't feel well, and as per medical reports we are healthy. Why this contradictory? Due to imbalance of vital energy. There is exercise to balance vital energy, which is not part of medical science. The body, mind, speech, breathe and the whole life system is managed by vital energy. Following are the device to keep the vital energy balance in Priksha meditation, that is Sharir Priksha, Tejas Kendra Priksha, Vishuddhi Kendra Priksha, perception of center of purity, समवर्ती श्वास प्रेक्षा, alternative breathing, that is called Anulom Vilom. Mind, this is the fourth element. Mental health. Mental health is more vulnerable than physical health. Major contributor to keep happy and healthy is concentration and steadiness of mind. There are two stages of mind, fickleness and concentrate. Fickleness of mind is responsible for problem in life and concentration is the solution. Following are the exercise for steadiness of mind, that is rhythmic long breathing, dirgha श्वास प्रेक्षा, systematic breathing control, कुंभक, रेचक and पूरक, perception of center of vital energy, perception of center of intuition, animesh प्रेक्षा, to see a particular things without flickering of eyes, विचार प्रेक्षा, अनुप्रेक्षा, contemplation, aura, भाव, आभा मंडल, लेश्या. भाव or feeling is another important element which control the mind. Mind is inert. There is a minute body in the cross body, that is Tejas Sharir. It is an electronic body. Tejas body is an electronic body and in the center of it Bhav is produced, which influence Chitta in the gross body through the medium of the brain. Chitta influences and direct all the process of life. For the purity and impurity of Chitta is depends upon the purity and impurity of Bhav. Pure Bhav is the result of pure Abha Mandal and Leshya and vice versa. The main purpose of Preksha meditation is emotional transformation to emerge positivity in life. Emotional health is most important. If emotions are healthy, mental health and consequently physical health will attain. The basic slogan of Preksha meditation is free from Vyadhi, Adi, Upadhi. Vyadhi means physical illness, Adi mental illness and Upadhi means emotional illness. शारीरिक, मानसिक और भावात्मक बीमारियों से छुटकारा प्रेक्षा ध्यान का ये उद्देश्य है. इमोशनल इलनेस इज कॉज्ड ऑफ मेंटल इलनेस एंड मेंटल इलनेस इज कॉज्ड ऑफ फिजिकल इलनेस. इफ भाव इज हेल्दी देन माइंड एंड कंसिक्वेंटली बॉडी विल बी हेल्दी. एक्सरसाइज फॉर इमोशनल हेल्थ आर लेश्या मेडिटेशन, कलर मेडिटेशन, कंटेम्पलेशन, anupreksha of friendship, contemplation of compassion, contemplation of forbearance. Next element is karma. Whatever happens in life is the result of karma. Karma is a reaction of human vigor. Present working is called vigor and past working is called karma. Karma is very important element. One cannot deny the acceptance of this invisible power. It can be transformed, hence cannot be accepted it as the most superior one. Following measures can be used to transform karma. A meditation without thoughts, nirvichar dhyan. Second is suffering oriented righteous meditation, apaya vichay, to think of the nature of unhappiness and misery as generated by defilement like attachment, had strong desires for worldly pleasure, and then to think how to restrain from these defilements is called apaya vichay. Next thing is karmic fruition orientation righteous meditation, vipak vichay. What is vipak vichay? To think that whatever pain or misery I suffer in the cycle of birth and death are the result of my own deeds, my own karma. I must perform equanimity during the fruition of karma so that new karma are not acquired, and must perform austerities to get rid of the existing karma. This is vipak vichay. समता में रहना से, जब कर्म का उदय हो रहा है तो समता में रहना, तो नए कर्मों का बंधन नहीं होगा और जो एक्यूमुलेटेड कर्मा हैं उनको निर्जरित करने के लिए तप करना. एंड नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट इज चित्त, साइकिक. The seventh element of life is Chit. The soul is a son of knowledge. Thousand of its rays of knowledge, enlightenment, the light. One of the ray of knowledge is Chit. Chit is influenced by our consciousness and it influences our gross body. It manages every activities of life, that is body, speech, mind, with the help of brain and central nervous system. The purpose of Preksha meditation is purity of Chit, the psychic. Following are the tools for purification of Chit, that is perception of psychic centers. Chaitanya Kendra Preksha, meditation without thoughts, Nirvichar Preksha, experience of becoming only knower and seer. Gyata Drishta Bhav, another is Samayik Samata ki sadhana, live in present Bhava Kriya. The purpose of science of living is to understand these elements of life and train them with the performance of process given in Preksha meditation and develop a balanced personality, means a person developed with intellectual and spiritual qualities. This collective personality will develop a healthy and spiritual society and world. Science of living is an education branch for upliftment of life. It is based upon synthesis of ancient spiritual inheritance and modern scientific knowledge. Science of living training helps individuals to attain balance and peace in life by utilizing their own capabilities and abilities. Thank you very much. We will meet in next session. Om Arham, Om Arham, Om Arham.